Hi, welcome to Power Yoga. We're going to start today by just getting warmed up. So, moving to the back of your mat, and we're going to start with just folding over, nice gentle fold, and crawling those hands out. We're just going to move right into it today. So, crawling those hands out. Good. Coming all the way out into our plank position, holding that belly in, holding tight, 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 tight here. Just holding a plank. That's all we're doing. So, wrists underneath the shoulders, hips. Shoulder, shoulder width apart with the hips. Same thing. I can't talk. Long spine, long neck. Hold that belly in. Just holding a plank right now. That's all we're doing. Warming it up right in the beginning. Just starting to move. Get our bodies warmed up, firing up all those muscles. Holding in that plank. Good. Holding that belly in. Hold and breathe. Doing good. Stay here. Just hold. A couple more deep breaths here. Work today. So big inhale through the nose. Exhale, shift that weight back into the down dog. So just shifting back into our down dog position. Soft knees. Hips are going back towards the room. The back of the room. Good. Lowering the head, lengthening the neck, lengthening the spine. Pull that belly in. Lift up with those hips and just hold here and breathe. Good. Couple more breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more big deep inhale. Exhale, roll that body forward, right back down into the plank. Good, holding that plank, working those arms. We're good, you can do it. Hold it up here. Good. Rest underneath the shoulders, keep that belly in. Lengthening that spine, take the tension out of that neck. Good. Couple more breaths. Good, one more big deep inhale. Exhale, shift that weight back again, back into down dog. This almost becomes a resting position while we're doing this. Just enjoy it a little bit more. So bending those knees, lengthening through the spine and the neck. Good. And just hold here in down dog, soft knees. Good, couple more breaths. Good, inhale through that nose. Exhale, roll back into that plank. Inhale, we're going to slowly lower down to the mat. So keeping those elbows in, slow lower. Flip those feet over. Good. Hands are right underneath the armpits, thumbs underneath the armpits, lifting back up with that chest, coming right back up into cobra position. So lifting with the chest, elbows come in. Good. Lengthening with that neck, using the lower back to bend and lengthen. So take the weight out of the hands almost if you can. Use that lower back to bend and lengthen. Tuck those elbows in, roll those shoulders away. So our hands are almost pointed outwards, lengthening through that neck. Good, big deep inhale here. Exhale, we're going to keep those elbows tight, lower, lower, lower to about a 90 degree. Good. And then we lift back up with that chest. Squeeze those elbows in. Squeeze the elbows in, lift with the chest, lengthen with the neck. Good, hold here, breathe. Use that lower back to lift. Hold. Take that tension out of that neck. Use your chest to lift the body. Lift. Good. One more big deep inhale through that nose. Exhale, push and shift that weight back into the child's pose. Good, nice little rest here. Lower that forehead down to the mat, lengthening. Draw those fingers out. Good. Stay here, couple breaths here, a little rest here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good, one more big deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, shift forward onto those forearms and palms. Good, tuck those toes under, big deep inhale. Exhale, we push up into dolphins. Push those hips up. Same thing as down dog, only we're on our forearms. So, elbows about shoulder width apart. Good, lowering that head. Head is not touching the mat, but I'm lengthening and lowering my neck to where my top of my head sometimes just grazes that mat, because that's how stretched I want my neck to be. That's how much I want my neck to be lengthened. Good, just really working those shoulders. Push those hips back to the back of the room. Good, hold and breathe. And more big deep inhale here through the nose. Exhale, shift that weight forward. We're going to come down into an elbow plank. So crawl those feet out a little bit if you need to. Elbows should be about shoulder width apart. Good, just holding in a forearm plank here. Hold and breathe. Pull that belly in. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen the neck. Good. Deep breaths here. Big, deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose, and we're just going to take it to one side. So keep those legs wide. Just pull it on over to one side and raise up that one arm. Good. Couple breaths here. Not stacking the feet. We're just keeping the feet wide for now. One more big deep inhale. Exhale. Lower that arm. Go on over to the opposite side, lifting the opposite arm. Good. Feet are still shoulder width apart. Good. Couple breaths here. Good. Opposite side again. Go ahead and lower that arm. Twist and raise. Good. Hold and breathe. And one more time. Twist and raise in that opposite arm. Good. Keep those hips low. Good. Really working those shoulders. Bring that arm back down. Crawl those feet up just a little bit, coming back up into dolphin pose. So forearms and palms are on the mat. And the hips are raised. Just like a sitting down dog only. I'm on my forearm. Pushing my hips back. Really stretching, working through those shoulders. And those forearms. And the palms of the hand on the mat. Elbows on the mat. And just pushing back and away with my hips. Lengthening through my neck. Really working in those shoulders. Big deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. One more big deep breath here. And exhale through the mouth. Lowering those knees. Good. Coming up onto the palms. So then we're just going to bring those feet right up and just let our bodies hang down into this forward fold position. So planting my feet about shoulder width apart. Just starting down here, shifting my weight forward. Grab my elbows, let my body just sitting here for a couple breaths, get a little stretch in. Couple more. Good. One more big deep inhale. We're going to slowly roll up, rolling up through that spine, lifting up with arms. Good. Feet shoulder width apart, arms are raised. Exhale, we're going to lower right down into that chair position. So sitting back like we're sitting in a chair, making sure my knees don't go over my elbows. Arms reach almost at a diagonal towards the corner of the room, lengthening my neck so it's aligned with my arms. Good. And just hold here and breathe. Not too low, about as low as you're comfortable. Good. Stay here and breathe. Really lift with those shoulders. Lift and lengthen with that neck. Very effective pose. Hold and breathe. Good. We're going to raise, bring those arms together. Good. We're going to take one foot, cross it over, and just slowly lower. Good. So just a one-legged chair. So what we're doing. The other opposite leg is just crossed over. So all we're doing, palms together. If you're comfortable, if you need your hands in a different position, that's fine. If you can keep your palms together, we're just holding. A couple more breaths here. Good. Go ahead and raise back up. Switch those legs, take that opposite leg, just angle it across. Good. Slow lower, just like we did regular chair position, only one leg. So find your balance. Slowly lower. Palms together, pressed. Good. Making sure that knee isn't over that toe. So sitting back, not sitting forward. Good. Slow lower. Breathe. A couple more breaths here. Good. Go ahead. Slowly raise. Lifting those arms back up in the air. Feet come shoulder width apart. Big deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, lower. Sit back in that chair one more time. So lowering into that chair position. Really reaching with my fingertips.
widening, opening up my shoulders, reaching through my fingertips. Just hold here and breathe. Deep inhale, exhale. Good, one more inhale, raise. Good, exhale, we're gonna go right into a warrior 3. So, left foot is planted. Slight bend, soft knee, leaning my weight forward, and just finding my balance. So finding your balance, soft knee, centering the body, squaring those shoulders with the hips, and then reaching those arms forward if you're able. Got it. Just hold here and breathe. Really lifting up with the hands, lifting up with that back leg if you can, and lengthening through the spine. One more breath. Switch sides, lowering that leg, taking the other foot. Find your balance, center your foot, find your balance. Soft knee, raise that leg, good. Slowly bend first, find my balance in my center first, and then I go ahead and take my arms out. Lifting with those arms, lifting with that back leg, really lift, and lengthen. This one's tough, we're doing it at the end, but you got it. A couple more breaths here, really lengthen and stretch. Big deep breath. Good. Go ahead and lower that leg. Open those legs up. And we're just going to go into a wide leg fold. So opening those legs up, softening those knees. Good. And we're going to hinge at the hips. And just come right into that wide leg fold. So bringing those palms down to the mat, if you can. And just hold and breathe here. Stretch and breathe. Here, nice little resting pose. Good. Inhale, go ahead and start to slowly raise the body, rolling the body up. Good. Bring those hands back into prayer. Pointing those toes forward, getting my feet where I'm comfortable. And I'm going to shift over left to right into my side lunges. So I'm just slowly shifting, bending the knee. And as I sit, pushing my butt back. So I'm making sure once again that my knee's not going over my toe and really sitting back. So sitting back, pushing forward with the palms, and then raising back up, bending the opposite side, sitting back, pushing forward with the palms, pushing my palms together. And just gonna do a couple of these. So breathe, inhale here. Good. Exhale down. Inhale center. Good, really pushing that butt back. Keeping those knees soft. And just some nice gentle flowing movement here from side to side. So raise and lower. Kind of working at your own pace, working with your breath. Good. Couple more. One more. Feet up, pointing those toes outwards. You're gonna like just a little bit wider. Big deep inhale through the nose. Good, hands are still on. Pull it lower, lowering into goddess pose. Keeping that upper body straight. Making sure we're not leaning forward one way or the other. And we're just gonna hold here in goddess pose. Raise up those elbows if you can. Pressing those palms together and really pushing forward. Good, getting a little bit of extra work in here at those arms. Hold and breathe. Really focus, lifting up out of that chest and that neck. Good. Don't be like me. Just hang in there. One more breath. That last one, inhale, raise. Point those toes forward. Soft knees. Hinge at those hips. Folding forward into that forward fold resting pose. And just getting your feet comfortable. Good. And just hang here for a minute. Hang here and breathe. Wide leg forward fold. That's all we're doing. Couple of deep breaths here. finish up with just a few sun salutations. So, walking up to the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, slowly raise the arms. Take those feet about shoulder width. Exhale, fold at the hips. Hands come down to the mat. Inhale, stretch those feet out into plank. Exhale, lower that chest down to the mat, all the way down. Flip those feet over. Inhale, raise up into cobra. Good. Exhale, lower back down to the mat. Flip those feet back over. Inhale, pushing up into down dog. Good. Exhale, big step up to the front of the mat. Raising the arms. One more time. One more sun salutation and we're done. Big inhale here. Exhale, fold. Fold, come down to the mat with the hands. Good. Inhale, stepping out into plank. Exhale, we slowly lower elbows into the mat. Flip those feet over. Good. Big inhale here. Lift that chest up into cobra. Good. Exhale, lower back down to that mat. Flip those feet over. Inhale, push up into down dog. Good. Hold here. One breath. Big step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, raising those arms. Good. And exhale, lowering those arms. Good. Finishing up in Savasana. Just slowly coming down. Back down to our mats. Stretching out the leg. Calming our breath. Big inhale here. And exhale through the mouth. Release hands out to your side. Palms up. Big deep inhale here. Through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. So you lower that heart rate. Big deep inhale. And exhale through the mouth. We can stay here in Savasana for as long as we like. And we get ready. Come up to seated. And enjoy